Worst timing. Power is out and the heat is way up, Jed.
So, we talk about dew points. If I were to say to you, if dew points were in the 50s, is that bad?
No.
Okay. What if in their 60s? Is that bad?
Sure.
You start to feel a little bit.
It changes.
You're doing good. This is not holding the headline. I'll help you.
Is this a trick, Jed?
I'll give you the answers. 70s is where we'll be here later today, and that's out of control. That's the top end of how it feels here in Oklahoma. Boy, we're going back to yesterday. Speaking of heat and humidity, how'd you like after working in these conditions? There was so much damage. This is up in the Tulsa area that were just pounded by very strong winds, hurricane force winds up over 100 miles per hour, even a few tornadoes up in northeast parts of the state. So just damage was complete up there, and they were having to clean up and out in that heat. So again, heat was the story from yesterday. Again, made it to 91 in Tulsa. 91's not bad, but it's still hot, and it'll sneak up on you. Made it to 102 down in Altus. So you take that humidity and combine it together with the temperatures, and this is how it feels. I mean, it's out of control. 115 I've got a dog named Atlas, and I'm having trouble with this. Altus, there you go. Tipton, 115. Granfield, 120. And there you go, 115 for Eureka and Ringling, 110. So the heat's the story. The hottest areas down here in southern and southwest parts of Oklahoma, up in the Tulsa area. Heat index not as high, but still 93. That will sneak up on you if you're not too careful. So be careful in the heat again today. If you have to work out on your property or get things done outside, heat advisory now extends up into the central part of the state. Southern Oklahoma from how come I can't say this?
Altus.
Altus. There you go.
Good job. Good job.
My tongue is switched. There you go. All right. Hey, Lawton, Ardmore, and Durant. Again, we're talking some hot weather there. Okay, 75 here out the door this morning. East-southeast winds, 10 miles per hour. Sun comes up now, 6:15. We're right there at the top of the meter. Again, that heat index is going to be kicking in. Is that heat index climbs up into the steamy, miserable category. Heat index near 105 here later today. Let's talk about it on a numbers basis across Oklahoma. Again, the northwest part of the state, your heat index probably not as high as the central, southern, and eastern portions, but it's going to kick in some areas down here in the south. Again, some spots up over 110, 105 across central into East Oklahoma due to the heat and humidity. 75 here at 8 o'clock this morning, 88 at noon, and then 94 by 4 o'clock today. Bright sun, a few fair weather clouds are on the way today. A little southeast breeze. We had that yesterday. It felt pretty good. Southeast winds continue again today. They'll pick up about 10 to 15, maybe 10 to 20 miles per hour. So a little bit of a breeze will make that heat and humidity may not feel as bad, but it's still going to be very hot. If you're out of that wind, you will certainly feel it. As we're starting in the 70s right now, we'll make it up into the 90s here for most spots later today. Again, southwest Oklahoma, out in the Panhandle, some areas there back up near or above 100. And as we look at our chance of any rainfall, just a very outside chance of a stray thunderstorm out in the Panhandle, parts of far west Oklahoma here coming up for today. And as we look at the temperatures tomorrow, starting in the 70s, again, not cooling off much at all. There may be even a few spots upper 70s to near 80, and that accounts for that excessive heat in the forecast. So we'll be talking about heat again tomorrow. Most spots 90s, closing in at 100 again down around the Altus area. Okay, a few strong storms are possible tomorrow as well, so we'll watch this. There'll be some storms developing up here in northwest Oklahoma, and those will ride down across western, maybe even into central Oklahoma. It's not locked in quite yet, but we're getting closer. A few thunderstorms are expected, and those storms that develop, wind and hail will be the primary threats. Again, starting northwest, those will ride down tomorrow evening into parts of western and central Oklahoma. Again, some severe weather possible there, so be paying attention for the chance of some storms for Wednesday into Thursday, where those will be the higher days. Really, overall, the chances of rain look low as we keep it on the hot side. Upper 80s and 90s on the way. The hottest days will be today at 94, looking at Altus, looking at Saturday and also Sunday. We're talking about 90s on the way as well. A few 80s there too, so we'll watch that pretty decent forecast here coming up on Monday. Highs up near 88. Hey, we need to take a break. We'll be back right after this.